Hey guys, Rick Nunn here. It is kind of a grey day today. It's pretty dull. It's not ideal because I am up in North Yorkshire at Croft Circuit to cover this round of the Fun Cup Championship. I've got my media pass. I'm gonna go get signed on and then we're gonna scope out the circuit. I think this looks like the place. I am signed on. I've got a purple bib, which is going to look very fetching. The good news is it's not raining right now, but it's probably gonna rain at some point. That sky is looking dark. So I'm gonna grab my kit and scope the place out. 3, 2, 1. When I got here, I kind of had to hustle to get as much footage as possible because really there's like an hour before the race that's really important. When qualifying's done and the engineering teams are all trying to get the absolute most out of their cars, getting them set up as well as possible. And capturing that and capturing the grid walk was really important. So I kind of just threw everything into capturing that footage. Should I have gone somewhere quieter to do this? Hey guys, I just wanted to interrupt Rick Nunn quickly because as chance would have it, today, which is the day after Croft, I happened to be hanging out with quite a prolific automotive photographer, Dave Cox, aka Shooting Dave.
Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, brilliant, mate. Yourself?
I'm good. And I was just thinking it might be pretty cool just to interrupt myself to put in a few tips about how to best cover an event as a photographer.
Take a camera.
Take a camera is a great first move.
Yep.
Yeah. But also, I mean, I think there's a few things you can do as a photographer that'll help you get a better end result. If you've got a client, it'll make them happier and just allow you to tell a better story with your photos.
Yeah, sure. So should we go through different stages? So talk about preparation first.
Absolutely. Preparation is absolutely so important.
Yeah.
Knowing the timetable, I think, is like, that's step one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Most events are going to work to some kind of a schedule. And if you can find that timetable out, it'll allow you to know where you need to be and when. You're not going to miss the important moments.
No.
And something I like to do, which is maybe taking it a step far, is I'll make an image of that timetable and set it as my phone screensaver.
Yeah, no, that's a great tip. I mean, like, knowing when your track action is happening is pretty key.
Absolutely.
You don't want to miss it for a start.
Nope.
But like you can go expand on that. So normally most race series have a couple of different sessions, like be it like heats and warm-ups and qualifying and then the actual race. And so what I like to do is also like sync that with something like a sun tracker app, so you can find out where the sun is going to be on the track, so you can pick the right corner and the better lighting conditions for
definitely
your car.
And that kind of extends to like checking the weather.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have some weather and it could change. Take appropriate clothing for that and not just for what the forecast says.
No, I always keep like a rain mac inside my camera bag just in case it decides to dump unexpectedly. You don't want to be out in the middle of nowhere with like a 30-minute walk back to the paddock before you can get some shelter. So yeah, take a rain mac. That's always key.
And some boots are always good as well.
Boots, appropriate footwear, because you never know what the terrain's going to be like. It could be like like arduous walking and it can damage your ankles after a while. So
another thing you want to really try and think about when you're covering an event is the narrative. How are you going to best tell the story of the event and how it's unfolding? Yeah,
so we all know that one photographer that kind of welds himself to one position on the track and just sits there day in, day out, hammering out the same images once after another. And to some people that's fine, but for us and who want to tell stories, you're going to be very disappointed if you get home and all you've got is a memory card full of basically the same image.
The same image. Every car or every person, depending on the type of event you're shooting, just in one spot, and that's going to get really old really fast.
Yeah, and for the viewer as well, when they're going through the photos, they're going to get very bored of this. They're going to be well, what else did you see?
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got.
What actually happened? What was the atmosphere? The atmosphere is quite hard to kind of categorize, to try to put a pin on, but it's when you can look at a set of images and really get a good feel for the event as a whole.
Yeah. So I always like to try and take at least one photograph which kind of shows you your setting exactly, like where you are.
Your wide shot.
Like thanks for bringing that out. I did a video recently on like how to think like an editor.
There's a link, maybe? No, I'm not going to put one on.
Description then?
Maybe in the description. If he's
I'll
lucky.
Put it in the comments if not.
Yeah, it'll be somewhere.
But my wedding photographer, Aidan Priest, that I shoot with, he always asked me to focus on 3 different types of shot, and that's like the wide, a detail, and then the key shot. So the wide is your locational shot, shows you where you are and like what's going on, and then you've got the detail shot. So I don't know, say there's like interesting uniforms that are being worn, say there's like some cool details, like focusing on those little details. And then the key, this is like your heroic shot, this is your bread and butter shot. You want to nail that as well. And as long as you kind of like pander to those 3 different types of shot, just keep thinking in your head, like, okay, this is the shot I want, can I show it in its setting, does it have any cool details, then you nail your shot. And if you keep doing that, you can have a very happy editor and a very happy with yourself, basically.
You're going to be able to use those images yourself to tell a story, whether it's on your blog or if you're giving them to someone else to use. There's going to be more ways to use those images, and you'll be able to get that narrative out, which is absolutely key when you're covering an event. Absolutely key.
And like, even if you don't shoot for a media outlet, you don't shoot for a blog or a magazine, that's fine, that's cool. Like, we all got to start somewhere. And maybe Instagram stories is your thing, and you can start just like showing your viewers on that those 3 different types of shot. And if you start practicing that, then you're going to get better at telling stories through pictures.
Absolutely. And if you want to go down, the commercial route, making money with photos, then you've got to think like that.
So what other ones can we do for being at an event specifically? I'm going to say like we should have hydration, like you're going to need a lot of water.
Do not forget to drink and eat, because it can be hard to tear yourself away from the action sometimes.
Definitely.
And you feel like you're going to miss something. You don't have to cover every second. You need to cover the important stuff, and that kind of goes back to the timetable.
Yeah.
But make sure you look after yourself while you're there.
And this is like shooting weddings as well. You want to know when the time is to take that little break for yourself, to go and have some water, a little bite to eat, like take care of yourself.
You can be doing a 10, 12, 16-hour day.
Yeah.
And if you're not looking after yourself, you're going to get in trouble.
Well, it's going to feel like a 10 or a 16 hour day.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Closing thoughts, Dave?
Basically, try and make friends with organisers.
Oh, that's absolutely key. Yeah, be friendly. Being friendly towards people doesn't come very naturally to me.
Really?
It's true, yeah. But make a bit of effort, especially with the event organisers, because that's going to get you maybe access to places you wouldn't normally be able to get to, and probably a bit of leniency towards
it's a bit of special treatment.
And we all like special treatment.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. Fun story, my wife used to call me Prick Nunn before we really got to know each other. But we grew out of that, we got over that.
And you got married?
We got married, so can't all be bad. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good work. So basically, don't be a prick nun, be a Rick nun.
Solid. Thanks, Dave.
No worries, then.
Remember what I said about making sure you had boots with you? I'm glad I did. It's now 7 p.m. and I got here at 10. That's been a pretty long day. It's been a very damp day. In fact, my kit is now in the footwell, drying out. I had a lot of fun covering this event, and hopefully I really kind of captured that atmosphere. Fun Cup is pretty brutal. There's been a lot of cars go off today, a lot of crashes, but I've seen a lot of people having a good time as well, like a lot of people having fun. It's one of the most competitive motorsports out there, I think. The level of these drivers is incredible. You know, you've got touring car drivers getting incredible times, but even the amateurs, you know, the guys who are funding their own race car, these guys are still doing incredible times, and it's really tight. Okay, time to drive home. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it and found this other side of events coverage kind of interesting. Yeah, it's been fun, but a long day. I'm so ready for home. Yeah, stay gold.